Hello guys, we are here with our team Hawk and our team specification is Team ID PHN1085. Our quadcopter's name is Shadow and our team members are here. So coming on to the first team member, that is team leader Amit Kumar Yadav, who is expert in programming and embedded languages. Our second team member is our co-team leader, that is Ajay Pratap Pandey, who is expert in PID and stability. Our third team member is Gaurav Pandey, who is expert in sensors and electronic devices. And myself, Rahul Dubey, who is expert in mechanical devices and its applications. So if we discuss about applications and controlling of our product, that is Shadow, so coming on to our team leader Amit Kumar Yadav, who will explain is controlling and proper functioning. With our cameraman Sanjay Shukla.
Hello friends, I am Amit Yadav from Lucknow. Me and my team has participated in IT TechFest Phoenix competition 2015. My team ID is PHN1085. I am the team leader. Today I am going to explain you about my quadcopter, which we named as Shadow 2A. This is our quadcopter, which we named as Shadow 2A. As every quadcopter needs, it consists of a glass fiber frame with an inbuilt power distribution board, which is here. It contains a 4 brushless motor. Besides this, for controlling the brushless motor, we need an electronic speed controller. We also use 4 electronic speed controller. As a need, we use a Tungli 2200 mAh 25C 3-cell LiPo battery as a maximum discharge rate of 35C. As back to our quadcopter, every quadcopter needs minimum 4 channel of radio communication with it, but we use here a FlySky 6 channel 2.4 GHz transmitter and radio receiver set. Here it is the transmitter and here it is the receiver. As for the flight, every quadcopter needs a flight controller. These are one of the best flight controller present in the market. This is KK 2.1.5, but for our competition, according to the paths given in the description, it will be slow for us. So we decided to make our own flight controller board with the help of Arduino UNO and gyroscope sensor. Here it is the Arduino UNO, and in this wooden box I have permanently fixed the Arduino gyroscope sensor, which we use as L3G 4200 with an inbuilt accelerometer. Besides this, we use 10 x 4.5 dimension propellers, which means that 10 inch in diameter of the propeller and 4.5 is the pitch of the propeller for the maximum efficiency of the quadcopter. In another section of this video, I will explain how to connect the transmitter to the receiver to the Arduino UNO, and how our Arduino UNO receive the channels pulse from the receiver. Said all this, we use a B3 3-cell LiPo charger, as the lithium polymer battery cannot be charged as NiMH batteries, so we need a lithium polymer battery charger. Here it is the for 2 channel 2 cell, and this is for 3 cell, in which the batteries are connected in parallel and the power is provided by converting this AC to DC and providing the power to the respective cells of the lithium polymer battery. This is our power distribution board. Here all the ESCs have been connected. This is 1, 2, 3. Here these two are the terminal which we connected to, which we connect to the battery, and this is the power jack for the Arduino Uno, as we are making our own flat controller with the help of Arduino. To provide the power to the Arduino, this is the required jack. And to verify that our all connection has been successfully done, take the multimeter and put this arrow on the buzzer mode. This shows the diode, and put one jack to any of the wires. I have connected here on the red one. As I have connected this terminal to the negative terminal, and this this terminal to the red one. Here the numbers are been shown. This number are shown because the motor has been connected to the ESCs, and power is provided to the motors and back to the ESCs. So this number are executed. As connect this to the black wire, and the sound will be generated. This means that these two are connected, and this is also connected. All the red one has been connected, black one. And similarly, check the red one. If any of the two terminals are buzzing, then the connection has been fault, as this is our burnt part of the quadcopter. Here the ESCs and motor both are burnt. To verify that, I have connected this to the black and this to red. I have connected this one to the red one and this one to the black. This sound indicates that it has been burnt and connected internally inside this cover. Next part, I will explain you how Arduino Uno receive the channels from the receiver. This is the quadcopter which we have made from the last 3 months. Here is the flight controller which we made from the Arduino Uno. And beside this wooden box, we have permanently fixed the gyroscope sensor. Here is the receiver of the remote control system. Here are the brushless motor, and these are the electronic speed controller. And this section, this Arduino is for testing the program, which I will explain in this section of the video. In this section, I will explain you how our Arduino Uno receive the channel from the transmitter with the help of the receiver. Now, first of all, we have to know how the transmitter transmit the signals. As we know that the transmitter transmits the signal in pulse wave form. So, as in next slide, as the transmitter transmits the pulse in pulse wave form, which is just like this, and this is the time interval say time t, and this is the pulse from the transmitter. Let us assume it is 1000 microsecond. This is the point where the pin gets high. That is in binary language 1, or we can say that the pin gets on, and this is the point when pin gets low. That is binary language 0 or off. Here pin means the Arduino pins which we have connected with the corresponding receiver channel to control for pulse of the channel. We have made the program for measuring the time at this instant and save that instant of time in time 1, which is from the diagram is t, and another time which is after the pulse form when the pin gets low, that is t plus 1000 in time 2. Now to calculate the pulse form, that is channel, must be equal to time 2 minus time 1, by which we get the corresponding pulse. Here it is 1000 microsecond. Now I will show you how our Arduino gets practical. As this is the program that we have made for receiving the Arduino, for receiving the pulse in the Arduino, and we are now uploading it in the Arduino UNO. Here it has been uploaded in this. Now it's the TX means that it is transmitting. Now open the serial monitor. As you can see, all the channel has been come and tends to 0. This is because our transmitter is at the off position, and when we turn on the transmitter, it will start getting the values. Now I am moving the throttle, which is channel number 3. Will increase the corresponding channel to 1000, and channel number 4, which is this one, channel number 1, which is this one, and channel number 2, which is this one. All the channel has been received by the Arduino, and in next part of the video I will explain how to calibrate all the electronic speed controller at the same time. Now in this section of the video I will explain you how to calibrate all the 4 ESC at the same time. In this video, this electronic speed controller will not be calibrated as it is not connected due to it has been burned. Now this is the short program which I have wrote for the SC calibration. by receiving the only throttle stick. I am going to upload the program. The program has been uploaded. Now turn on the transmitter and put the throttle stick at the 0 position for 10 seconds. Now pull the throttle stick at the maximum, as you can show here, and connect the battery pack. You will show that the sound, and immediately turn off the transmitter section, and this sound will represent that your SC has been calibrated, as this. Now as we increase throttle, as you can hear, all the 3 SCs are calibrated at the same time. And it is stopped when throttle get at the minimum. Thank you.
बराबर से और दूर हटिए आप लोग।